who is the true family. Now, Mark records here, recorded previous section, how Jesus' family was concerned about himself, right? Because he was so busy with the ministry, and his family was very concerned about it. And so Mark again picks up on that point here and records Jesus' discussion about the nature of his family. Now, in verse 31 and 32, what we read, Jesus Christ, he was talking to Pharisees and scribes, right? He's responding to their false charges, saying that you're saying that I'm a Satan. No, a kingdom cannot be divided against in itself, and if it divides against the kingdom, it will not stand. Then Jesus was informed that his mother and brothers were standing outside. They wanted to see him. Mother is there, brothers are there, right? Well, which is something to remember. Who are these brothers? His mother and brothers. They are. So does Jesus have brothers, right? And this is a place where we need to learn that, yes, after the birth of Jesus, Mary had children, right? Mary had children from Joseph, and those are the brothers there, which would maybe probably Roman Catholics would argue against this and would say, no, they are cousins. Because why? Okay, cousins, okay. Why? Why they wanted to say cousins? Can anyone answer? Why Roman Catholic want to say this? They are cousins. These brothers are cousins. Anyone wants to answer? Okay. Roman Catholics have got a view, right? What is that view? It is about Mary. What do they say? They believe that Mary is sinless, right? Remember, because they wanted to say Mary is co-redeemer, right? So they wanted to say Mary is not sinful. And therefore, what they are saying, that Mary was conceived in her mother's womb, right? Mary's mother's womb, as sinless, like Jesus. See, Jesus was conceived in Mary's womb as sinless, right? Roman Catholic wants to say, no, not only Jesus, Mary also was conceived in her mother's womb as sinless. So they would say, remember, immaculate conception of Mary. Immaculate conception of Mary, right? They will never say that Mary had children, right? They would never say that Mary had physical relationship with Joseph, right? They wanted to say she is out of this world, right? She's out of this world. That's what Roman Catholic wanted to say, which is so not at all right? Okay, anyway, now the mother and brothers are here. The implication from this was that the desires of his family in some sense had priority and could supersede the responsibility of his ministry. So that is the implication. You need to give some priority to the family here. To those inside who are waiting to see how Jesus would react, Jesus actually asked the question. What is the question? Who are my mother and brothers? Then looking at his disciples sitting around him, said, behold my mother, my brothers. Then added by the way of clarification that whoever did his father's will, this one was in fact a member of his true family. All right, well, this is the answer that nobody expected. Mary is there, brothers are there to see him. You are so tired, you don't eat anything. You come home. You eat some food. That's what they wanted to say. They wanted to care for him because he's so busy with the ministry. And there are some people who are waiting to see the reaction of Jesus. And Jesus asked, who is my mother? Who are my brothers? Those who do the will of my Father are really the members of my family. Now, don't think right here, this is the problem, right? Jesus was not depreciating his natural family in any way. Don't think that way. He was simply clarifying here that natural relationship did not qualify one to be the members of God's family, because still he's communicating something else. Hey, he's not saying father, mother, children, wife are not important. They are. But he's saying this natural relationship will not qualify to be a member of God's family. The idea is that, okay, pastors have got daughters and sons because they are they're the daughters or sons of pastors. Automatically, they will be God's children. Don't think that way. Don't think in that way. Because parents are believers, don't think that children are automatically will be believers. That's not. I mean, that's what Jesus says. Only those who do God's will, in reference to those who respond to Jesus in repentant faith, are the true members of God's family. Right now, not only that, I also wanted to add one more thing here. Right, one more thing here. That is, yes, Jesus was busy with the ministry. Right, Jesus was not married. He didn't have any family like all others. But so there is a tendency for some people to take this as an example. Okay, I am so busy in the ministry that I don't have to take care of my family. I don't have to take care of my family. And which is very bad. Which is very bad, right? Paul would say, if you don't take care of your family, you are worse than unbeliever. You're worse than an infidel, because every person, whatever you do, the primary importance should be given to the family. It's very, very important, right? And if you are doing ministry, and if you are not able to take care of your family because you are doing ministry, I mean, you have no income, then I would say you should stop your ministry. You better go and do a job and care for your family. It's not necessary that you need to, starve your wife and children and do the ministry. You don't have to. God has never told. And of course, don't think that some people would say, I resigned a job and I want to do ministry because I want to do ministry. I'm resigning my job. I'm saying you don't have to. God did not ask anyone to resign their job and do ministry. Of course, it's good to share those testimonies. But yes, if you can manage your family without going for a job, if you have an income, that's fine. Or if somebody is there to support and help you, that is fine. But when people share huge testimonies of how they sacrifice their life, maybe that sacrifice can sometimes equal to committing sin. A sacrifice can be a sin before God if you are not careful, because you need to take not one verse, you need to take all verses from the Bible to really see what is God's will on a particular topic.